Like you can see right there, there's the one I already made. I'm going to make another one now with the number 1. The next thing we need to do before we hit save is down here we're going to put images in a subfolder. And I want you to click on Browse. And what I want you to do is select your website folder, then select your image folder, and then we're going to make a new folder inside there. You're going to call yours NAV, and you're going to click Create. Now I can't use NAV because, as it says, I've already done this before when I made this before. See, there's my folder right there. So again, I'm just going to add the number 1 to mine so I can have a different one. And it automatically selects that folder, and then I just click Choose. Now we're ready to export this, but before we do, let's make sure we got everything right. You should have nav.html right here. You should be saving this file just inside your website folder with your other HTML files. You should have selected Put Images in Subfolder, and it should be going to a folder called NAV inside your image folder. Once you've got all that done, all you have to do is click Export. And it doesn't really seem like much happened, but actually a lot did happen. I'm going to go ahead and save this and close it. And I'm going to quit Fireworks for now. And I want to show you what just got created. First of all, this got created, which is my HTML file. But then inside my image folder, remember that nav folder you made? Look how many files it made. It also made a folder. And this is why I had you make a new folder for all these different files. Now, how do we get this into our website? Well, I'm going to go to a file that doesn't already have these buttons in it, which is classes.html. So I'm opening up Dreamweaver. Taking a second here to open up. That one already has buttons like this. Let's see here. Does classes? Oh, classes is already open. Friends doesn't. There we go. There's friends. Friends still has the same thing you have open. And the other thing I need to open up is that nav file I just started. Yours is going to be this one. I'm going to use the nav one. Excuse me. Because this is the one I just created, so I'm going to double click on that. And I can see there's my buttons. And if I come back to friends, I'm going to come in here and select all that and delete it. And I'm going to come back here and click off and hit Apple A, selects everything, and copy Apple C. So again, when you first come in here, you have to click over here to the side and then hit Apple A so it selects everything, and Apple C, copy. Come back to friends, click inside this frame again, Apple V, paste, and then you get this little image description that comes up, and that's a lot of things to write descriptions for. So all I do is hit cancel, and that closes, and then it shows up here. I'm going to save that, Apple S, and then I can preview it and see what it looks like. Preview in Firefox. And there it is. There's the buttons I made. And I want to check and make sure those links work. So I click on home, it goes to home. If I click on classes, it goes to home. Classes, I got a problem with that link. If I click on plan, it goes to my plan. If I click on timeline, it goes to timeline. So I still have a problem with classes. So I'm going to have to go back and fix that. Here's how you fix it. Go back here to this file and close it. So I close that nav file. I'm going to go back and open up, for me it was nav.1, open this file back up. I sure thought I had all those fixed. So for some reason, and I'm going to go to my layers, makes it a lot easier to choose. Some reason, looky there, there's classes, and what link does it have? It's got the wrong link. I thought for sure I had these right. All I have to do is click on classes, Apple C to copy, come back to fireworks, got classes selected, I click in there and paste, and then click off here and save. Now here's the thing about this, you have to re-export all over again. So I'm going to click File, and I am going to go back to Export, and you shouldn't have to make all those changes we made last time. Like, this is already going to be saved in the correct place. It still says HTML. It's still putting the images in the correct place. So all I have to do is hit Export, and it says, hey, you've already got a file like that. Do you want to replace it? Okay. And then it says you already have a file in your image folder like that. Do you want to replace those? Yes, I do. Okay. Then I can come back and open up that nav file again. It opened it up in the wrong place. Open with Dreamweaver. And then I click off again. Apple A to select it all. Apple C to copy. Come back in here. Click in here. This is kind of tricky. If you just click inside of this frame and hit Apple A and delete that stuff, it'll go away. And then we need to repaste in the correct stuff. It does the same thing again. Just hit cancel. Comes up. Apple S. Gonna preview in Firefox. And it was my classes button that wasn't working. Now classes is working. See, there we go. So now everything is all set. So that is how you can create some groovy buttons that is a little bit more entertaining than just the text that's right here. And all you have to do is, since I just copied those, like I know my timeline doesn't have these types of buttons, I just come in here, select all that, delete it, and paste in. Comes up with the description again, just hit cancel. Bam, there they all are. Save, done. I think plan is the same way. Select them all, delete, paste, cancel. There they are. Save. And if I preview in Firefox, there's my timeline, my plan, and my friends now all have these same nice buttons. So I'm going to have to make a choice here because I have these different buttons on friends and classes. I need to pick one set and just use the same set on all of them. And that concludes this lesson. If you have difficulty, just give me a holler. I'll be glad to help you out. Thanks. Bye.